Having watched Nick Reiketa's interview with Vic Mignogna the other night, hold on a sec. Really speaks volumes to the moral fiber of Vic's character. Many on KickVic have stated he only filed the lawsuit for the money. He was in the lawsuit for the money. Not so. He said time and time again, he just wanted to be left alone, and he would willingly drop the suit if Funimation got rid of the tweet about him. But being the stuck-up, heads up their own asses pieces of shit that they are, Funimation refused. And getting Vic's side of the story really shows the depths of depravity people like Monica Rial, Jamie Marchi, and Chris Sabat are willing to sink to get what they want. I mean, I was kind of shocked when Vic admitted that someone on the inside of Funimation said Chris did not want him to voice Broly. Which begs the question, if he didn't want Vic to voice Broly, who did he want to voice him? Would have it been any... And I'm going off the names off my head that would have been working with Funimation at the time. At that point in time. Would he have wanted Jason Douglas, Andy McGavin, Illick Guardiola, Chris Patton, or even worse, himself? Any of those guys, I wouldn't put it past Chris, including himself, to push for the role of Broly in the 8th Dragon Ball Z movie. And if this is the depths of Chris's jealousy towards Vic, it's all becoming fucking clear now to me. Chris is a guy who wants who in his mind plays characters that evoke a sense and charisma of power. Don't believe me? Look at his track record. Piccolo and Vegeta. All Might. Alexander Luis Armstrong. Kikacho. Samurai 7 for that one. Even though he's more of a comic relief in that series, but I digress. And yeah, he does voice Yamcha, probably this simp, one of his biggest simp roles he's ever played. Oh, Roanora Zoro. That's another one that evokes a quote-unquote charisma of power. If be it on a lesser scale than most of the other characters I've mentioned that he plays. That he voices. So all this was because Gen passed Chris over for the role of Broly and gave it to Vic? That's just wrong. And just flat out disgusting to me. And the fact that Monica and Jamie, being the uber feminists that they are, took this as an immediate chance and took Mars Girls' campaign of KickVic and ran with it to throw them under the bus and throw them out is even more nauseating. This is the problem with cancel culture. It's either my way or the highway with these people. And here's the problem. And cancel culture leads to dogma. And dogma devolves into fanaticism. It could go the same way with those who are against cancel culture. But there are times when both sides need to know when the path they walk carries too high of a toll. And those on Kick Vic refuse to see that. They live in what's known as naive realism. A realism of the political left where you believe everything you do is right and everything the other side does is wrong. If you're not for women's rights, you're a chauvinist pig. If you're not for animal rights, you're a monstrous carnivorous creep. If you're against minorities, you're a racist bigot. It's a cycle of projection and hypocrisy, if you ask me. A cycle that, in my opinion, is not going to end until a certain cabal, beyond Funimation, I might want to point out, is brought down. I mean, I've called Monica, Jamie, and the bulk of Funimation out as this too. They claim they are social justice warriors. No. I say the moniker of SJW for these fanatics has to be thrown out the window, and we call them out for what they are. SFWs. Social fascists. Warriors. They don't care for justice. They care about... most of their mantra is rooted in the tenets of fascism. Essentially, mainly in targeting a certain group of people and casting them as the scapegoats, blaming them for everything that is wrong in this world, and deflecting any blame that gets cast against them. And this is the sort of mindset that makes me sick. And I feel sorry for anyone with this mindset. Because all you're doing is signing your own damnation warrants. I stand with Vic, now, then, and forever. Smash the subscribe button, leave a like. Hit the subscribe button, smash the like button with all your strength, and leave a comment on this video. Mets2128 signing out. Goodbye. Good night. Bang.